Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Kizer Original Serape Edition. So the Kizer Original is a great budget button lock knife from Kizer. It utilizes great materials for the price, but this version in particular is the Serape Edition. It gets the name because of the multicolored G10 scales, which are meant to imitate a Mexican serape. Before we dive deeper into the Kizer Original Serape Edition, let's start off with the standard size comparison. Here it is up against the Benchmade bug out and the Benchmade mini bug out. As you can see, the original is a little smaller than the full-size bug out and close in size to the mini bug out. Here it is up against the Civivi Elementum 2. It's definitely comparable in size to the Elementum. Here it is up against the Spyderco Para 3. It's a little bigger than the Para 3. And lastly, here it is up against the large Sebenza 31. The original, in my opinion, is on the smaller side in terms of EDC knife size. It's not extremely small or anything, but it's definitely more comparable to the mini bug out in terms of handle size and even blade length. And next, let's compare it up against a ruler. First, in terms of sharpened blade length, comes in at around 2 3/4 of an inch. And in terms of overall length from the end of the handle to the tip of the knife, it's around 6 3/4 of an inch. And lastly, let's put the original Serape Edition on a scale. It comes in at around 2.2 ounces, which is equivalent to 63 grams. And one more thing before we dive into the knife itself, I think I should go over all of the extras the Kizer Original Serape Edition comes with. Well, really every Kizer Serape Edition comes with these awesome extras. Other than the actual box itself, it comes in this really solid pouch that you can easily utilize for EDC or maybe even some toolkits. You got some small elastic mesh pockets around the pouch. Then you also have a main pocket in here that also has a little card with some interesting stuff from Kizer. And then the back of the pouch has multiple mounting options, which I think is really cool. And then you have the Serape pattern in a multicolored polyester. And then once you unzip the pouch, you get some various extras. Get a standard user's manual for any Kizer knife. And then you get a lot of other extras. First, you get this little dog tag or worry stone made out of the same Serape G10 with the Kizer logo engraved in it, which I think is really cool. You get some spare hardware for the knife. You also have a lanyard bead in the same Serape G10. And then lastly, you get a nice and roomy pouch with a separate little elastic pocket inside. I just wanted to point out all of the awesome extras this knife came with because it only retailed for $90 from Blade HQ, and it came with a bunch of awesome extras that knives like 2 or 3 times that price wouldn't come with. Starting with the blade, you get a standard drop point with dual thumb studs in 154 cm blade steel. 154 cm is made by Crucible in the USA, and it's a balanced stainless steel. You get a good combo of edge retention, corrosion resistance, and some good toughness. The blade comes razor sharp right out of the package, which is awesome. Then of course you get the awesome button lock action. You can flick the knife open and then it locks with the button. Press down on the button to unlock the knife to close it, and then of course with any button lock knife you can simply press down on the button and flip out the knife, which is awesome. It being a button lock knife means that it runs on ball bearings. And then the main attraction of the knife has got to be the Serape G10 handles. It comes in this awesome multicolored G10 pattern that is consistent on both sides, which is awesome. The handle itself seems pretty neutral, but it actually feels great in hand. You got a nice little indentation for your index finger, and then the inside handle is curved for the other 3 fingers, and then the top of the handle is pretty much flat. There is no jimping, which I would have liked to see, but it's not the end of the world. And then you do have a nice deep carry pocket clip that is flush within the G10 as well as the screws, which I think is awesome because there are plenty of knives that are 3 times its price with screws still sticking out, or even the pocket clip on top of the G10 rather than being flush. You also get 2 black back spacers at the back. While the knife does have dual thumb studs and the button lock mechanism can easily be activated with your left hand, it is not fully ambidextrous, and you can only mount the pocket clip on this side. The Serape G10 is very eye-catching, and when I first saw this drop, I definitely knew I needed to have this knife in my collection. Most of my knives are monochromatic, and even some of the more colorful knives are just one color, so it's great to get a multicolored knife that isn't like some cheap gas station knife, but instead said, it's a rock solid knife with premium materials from a reputable company for only $90, which I think is awesome. The ergonomics on the knife are great. You get a great blade steel that comes sharp out of the box, and you get a great button lock action with dual thumb studs. Overall, I'm really satisfied with my pickup of my first ever Serape Kizer knife. This is a really eye-catching knife, and it's made out of premium materials, and you got a great action. What do you guys think of the Kizer Original Serape Edition? I'd definitely like to know down in the comments. So that's going to do it for this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Follow me on my socials. Consider leaving a super thanks in the tip jar below if you really loved the review, and thanks for watching.